Think about your favorite ice cream for a second. That perfect, velvety scoop. It's sweet, it's cold, and the moment it hits your tongue, it just vanishes into a rich, creamy puddle. It feels like pure magic, right? But mathematically and scientifically speaking, ice cream shouldn't exist. Think about what it's made of. Water, in the form of milk and cream. And what happens when you freeze water? It turns into a rock-hard ice cube. If you froze a glass of milk, you wouldn't get ice cream, you'd get a milky popsicle that would break your teeth. So, how do we take liquids, throw them into a sub-zero environment, and end up with something so soft you can scoop it with a plastic spoon? Today, we are breaking down the absolute culinary wizardry of how ice cream is made. We'll look at the delicate chemistry happening at the microscopic level, and how humans figured out how to bend the laws of freezing to our will. Before any machinery turns on, ice cream is a battle of elements. To win that battle, you need 5 specific soldiers. First up, ice crystals. This is the backbone. It gives the ice cream its solidity. Without ice, you just have cold soup. Second, fat. Usually from heavy cream. Fat is the secret agent that coats your tongue, slows down the melt flavor release, and gives ice cream that luxurious texture. If you've ever had low-fat ice cream and thought, this tastes a bit thin, it's because the fat molecules aren't there to give it body. Third, sugar. Obviously, we want it sweet. But sugar has a secret superpower. It lowers the freezing point of water. By dissolving sugar into the milk, you ensure that even at 0 degrees Fahrenheit, a good portion of the water inside the mix stays liquid. Fourth, air. Yes, air is an ingredient. In the ice cream world, the amount of air pumped into a batch is called overrun. Cheap, fluffy grocery store tubs can be up to 50% air. Premium pints? Usually less than 25% air, which is why they feel so dense and heavy. And finally, emulsifiers and stabilizers. Think egg yolks or natural gums. They are the peacemakers. They force the fat, water, and air, 3 things that naturally hate each other, to hold hands and stay bonded. So, how do we combine them? The journey from raw dairy to a pint in your freezer follows a strict 3-step dance. Step 1 is the cook, or pasteurization. You mix your dairy, sugar, and flavors together and heat them up. This kills off any unwanted bacteria, but more importantly, it wakes up the proteins in the milk, causing them to unravel and prepare to bond with the fat. Step 2 is the aging process. Once the mix is hot, you don't just throw it in the freezer. You have to let it sit in the fridge for anywhere from 4 to 24 hours. Chefs call this aging the base. This allows the fat crystals to solidify and gives the flavors, like vanilla or cocoa, time to completely marry the dairy. Step 3 is where the real transformation happens, the churn. This is the climax of our story. You pour your cold liquid base into a freezing metal cylinder. Inside that cylinder is a spinning blade called a dasher. As the liquid touches the freezing walls of the machine, it instantly freezes into a microscopic layer of ice. If you left it alone, it would freeze solid. But the spinning dasher constantly scrapes that frozen layer off the wall, folding it back into the liquid. At the exact same time, the spinning blade is whipping air into the mixture. What's happening here is a literal race against time. The machine wants to create millions of tiny ice crystals rather than a few giant ones. If the machine spins too slowly, the ice crystals grow big, and your ice cream feels crunchy and icy. If it spins perfectly, the crystals stay so small that your tongue can't even detect them. When it comes out of the machine, it's not hard yet. It's actually at a soft serve consistency, roughly 23 degrees Fahrenheit minus 5 degrees Celsius. The final step is called hardening. The soft serve mix is packaged into pints and rushed into a blast freezer at minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit, or lower. This freezes the remaining liquid water instantly, locking the structure in place before those tiny ice crystals have a chance to melt and rejoin into larger blocks. And that is how a combination of aggressive scraping, precise temperature control, and molecular teamwork creates the world's favorite treat. The next time you pull a pint out of the freezer, give it a couple of minutes to sit on the counter. Let that sugar do its job. Let those outer edges just begin to soften up. And as you take that first bite, remember, you aren't just eating dessert. You are eating a perfectly executed scientific miracle. Thanks for watching, and go get yourself a scoop. You've earned it.